You know, Jesus said, "Let not your heart be troubled, neither let it be afraid." He said, if you believe in me, believe in God. He also said, my peace I leave with you, not as the world has peace, but my peace I give to you. So Jesus has left us a gift of peace, and it's supposed to be able to help us not to let our emotions get the best of us. And he said, don't let it happen. So it's a challenge that faces us. Yesterday I failed in that challenge. I want to share this with you because I want to let you know that things don't go well sometimes, and sometimes it's hard to explain them. But anyway, I guess I had one of the worst days I've had since my wife died a year ago, July 3rd. In fact, the July 4th, the next day after she died, was the worst day of my life, I guess. And I guess yesterday was almost matching it. I felt real sad. I found I had let myself walk in a grief room, so to speak, in my mind. I had been able to avoid this from time to time, but yesterday I just walked in, and pretty soon I started looking at lots of things that I felt bad about, like many of the people who had died, who were anchors to my life, and I felt like I could depend on them, and they've gone on. And I began feeling sorry for myself in many, many different ways. And pretty soon that grief room turned into a pity me room, and I had a pity me party. And it took me a while to get out of it. First thing I did, I guess, after I realized how bad it was, I started thinking, what in the world caused all this really? And then I remembered back, I had first walked into a grief room thinking about loved ones that maybe somebody else had lost. And then I went on to mine, and then I went on to all the other things I wanted to pity myself about. Well, what am I saying to you? Let not your heart be troubled. Jesus has left us peace, and we can use that gift of peace, but we've got to stop walking into the pity room. Occasionally we find ourselves in the grief room, but don't let the feeling overcome you. Instead, walk out of it and say, I will have victory with God because Jesus wants me to. Just some thoughts for you to think about. Amen.